Hey there, everyone. Now we come to Unit 3. This is the best part. How to empower yourself. How to set yourself up for success every time. I'm going to start with a simple statement. If music means so much to you, so much that you're willing to commit so much time and energy to it, if it means so much, then quit apologizing with it. Quit apologizing through it. Quit apologizing through your horn, your voice, your instrument. Instead, tell me how much music means to you through your instrument. I'm going to tell you a story. I was working with a trombone student some time back, and he was getting ready for his upper division jury. This jury is a big deal, okay? The upper division jury is a must pass. You have to pass it in order to continue your studies as a performance major. It's high stress. It's very nerve-wracking. It's supposed to be. It's part of the journey. Well, this particular student had been working really hard towards this upper division jury, and he was doing quite well. His skills were developing as a musician. We were all very happy with how he was progressing and growing. And as the jury, though, began to approach, his nerves kind of got in the way, and he seemed to really start struggling in rehearsals. His confidence was getting very shaky, and I actually asked him about it one day, and he said, "Yeah, I'm just not feeling secure in my music." Well, about 2 weeks before the jury, we were rehearsing, and he was really struggling. His entire demeanor was showing it. His shoulders were down, and his head was down. It was clear that nerves were getting the best of him. So I stopped what we were doing, and I said, "I want to ask you something." And I simply asked, "Does music mean a lot to you?" His face took on the most genuine expression, and I thought there were tears in his eyes, and he said, "Absolutely. It means everything." So I just said, "Then stop apologizing. Stop apologizing with your trombone. Tell me how much music means to you. Let me hear it. Tell me with your horn." It was as if I had taken a 50-pound weight off his shoulders. His entire demeanor changed. All of a sudden, someone had given him permission to quit worrying about all the mistakes and just play. You see, when we're studying, it's very easy to get wrapped up in all the hard parts, the technical parts, the mistakes. And yes, that's part of the process. It is part of the learning. But you do reach a point where you got to let all that go and just play. This time when he played, there was expressiveness. There was a beauty that I had not heard from him in a long time. Some of the mistakes were still there. Yes, they're always going to be for all of us. But they weren't the focus. Now he was playing with genuineness. He was playing because he was expressing something to me. When we let go of that focus on the mistakes, another big result is we stop that snowball effect. There's a snowball effect that happens when one mistake happens, and then it leads to another mistake and another mistake and another mistake, and you've just, before you know it, it's out of control. There's mistakes just everywhere, and it's so hard in performance to get that back in and get a hold of it. It's incredibly difficult. So now, though, the focus was on communicating with sincerity and with genuineness. And when you do that, one little mistake, it disappears so quickly because it's not your focus anymore. Well, he went on to play his upper division jury, and he played incredibly well. He took that mindset with him. Yes, there were still some mistakes, but he played beautifully, and he passed it with ease. You see, changing your mindset, listen to me, it's not going to erase every mistake. That's not the goal. It isn't going to make you play everything perfectly. Remember, we talked in Unit 2 about there is no perfection level that you're trying to reach. There's no imaginary standard that you say, I got here, I made it. That's not the goal. Learning is the goal. Growing is the goal. If you never make any more mistakes, then your learning, I guess it's done. Well, I don't know about you. I don't want to get to that point. Learning is a lifetime. So quit apologizing for the mistakes. They are a very large part of the process. Instead, celebrate the power of the music. Celebrate the power of your music. Even in the mistakes, that power is still very present.